So recently, a new trailer for The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom has just been released, and is by far the most substantial trailer that we have gotten so far. A full 2.5 minutes of just pure Zelda content. And when they first showed off the game, I had a theory about what it was gonna be, but now after watching this trailer, I am more certain than ever before that The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom will be a story about breaking the curse that Demise put on Zelda, Link, and essentially making this the grand finale of the Zelda franchise. Now, I know it seems like an outlandish take, but once I go through the evidence, I think it will start to make some sense. So, before we begin, make sure to like, subscribe, turn on notifications, and comment what you think, because, I like to hear other people's opinions. I like to see what you think. Maybe I'm wrong, but without further ado, let's get going. So, first off, I want to bring up the most obvious part to my theory, which is kind of like the whole crux of it. This game is 100% without a shadow of a doubt in my mind connected to Skyward Sword. Literally the only game in the series besides this where floating islands are just there, right? It's really cool. It's like the game basically, it's like the series comes full circle, right? Skyward Sword having the game take place at the beginning of the timeline, and the Tears of the Kingdom taking place at the end. Now, the question is, why are the islands back in the sky in the first place? Is it some type of magic? Did they just do it for funsies? Yeah, because like they did a little goofy oopsie, you know what I'm saying? A big fucky wucky. No, it is a security measure. And remember back in Skyward Sword, the reason Hylia raised the land to the sky, because she had to protect the Hylians from Demise, so that she could fight him on land. Then after that, the land was abandoned by the Hylians. So, what the hell could be so strong that it basically reactivated the security measure? Is it Ganon? Well, I don't think it is Ganon, because Ganon has literally committed mass genocide on the Hylians, the Zora, and has caused the Gorons to almost go extinct in Ocarina of Time. But Hylia never raised Hyrule to protect the people. The closest thing that has probably come close to it is Wind Waker, when Hylia flooded Hyrule, which is kind of there, but like it's not as bad as raising the entire land, right? So what? Ganon was not big enough of a threat at all to Hylia back then. So who do I think it is? It's Demise. Obviously, as previously mentioned, the enemy is so powerful and evil that it literally caused Hyrule to lift into the sky from the pure malice of it. And it could be Ganon, but I think it's not, because he's not that powerful. Another thing I want to point out is that the Master Sword is kind of fucked, right? We look at the in the trailers, it's literally split in half, more so than in Breath of the Wild. And if we remember, Demise was sealed away in the Master Sword. So potentially, given the fact that it's broken, does that mean that he's released from the sword? If that's the case, does that mean his fee is out of the sword? And one thing that is the most crucial of all is what Zelda said to Link.
But Link, I am not sure you'll be able to stop him.
What? When I first heard this, I was thinking, you think that Link, the hero of legend, the guy that you waited for 100 years, the guy that not only reclaimed the Divine Beast, but also defeated Calamity Ganon, you don't think that he is capable of beating the villain in this game? Just from that, I don't think that it's Ganon. Ganon is not like that. He is not him. Ganon is not built different, okay? He does not have that dog in him. It has to be either Demise or someone much stronger. Real quick, I also want to talk about the mysterious lady in the trailer. Now, there's been a lot of back and forth saying it's either Zelda or Hylia. Now, I think that it's Hylia. For one, it would just make sense for her to show up in a crisis of this scale. Zelda is her reincarnate, so Hylia, the physical attributes are kind of close. They could be close. Zelda straight up says,
"Please, lend him your power."
Bruh, it's Hylia. Come on now. It's Hylia. Finally, I really want to talk about this game leading up to the game. What is going to happen? Now, I'm very, very confident that this game is going to bookend the entire Zelda franchise, chronologically at least. I don't think this is the last game. I think it's the last game in the story. Like, after this, every game after is going to be a prequel. Now, why do I think this? because I believe that this game will be the end of the because I believe the game oh my god, because I believe the way this game will end is with Demise's curse being broken. Now, for those who don't know, just a little history lesson. Back in Skyward Sword, before Demise was sealed away inside the Master Sword, he put a curse on Link, Zelda, saying that a descendant of him will forever be forced to play out this conflict until the end of time. Which is, you know, Zelda, Link, Ganondorf trying to take over Hyrule, all that shit. If Demise is free again in this game, not only is Ganon there, but Demise no longer needs him because he's out again. What I truly think is going to happen is something on the lines of Avengers Endgame. I feel like there's going to be a lot of time travel because, listen, the Zelda franchise is no stranger to time travel, right? We have Ocarina of Time, Skyward Sword, Majora's Mask, A Link to the Past. They've dabbled in it before, so it's not unlikely. You know, it could all end with Hylia and Demise going at it one more time, like in a big war for Hyrule. Now, what I see happening is either two things. One, Link travels back in time, and why I think they travel back in time, because there's a specific shot in all of the trailers where Zelda is falling. And for some reason, they like to show that in all the trailers, and it's most of the time it's different. Sometimes Link catches her, sometimes she just falls straight down and just dies. And that's also another thing people say, that maybe Zelda dies, but I don't think she's dead. So is Link traveling back in time to try to save Zelda over? Maybe she does die in the initial time. She does die, but Link keeps trying to go back in time to save her. And you know, once he does save her, he like finds a way to kill Demise. But no matter what happens, Demise has to die in order for the curse to be broken, right? Because if Demise doesn't die, that it just sealed away, the curse still has effect. I feel like that's a great way to bookend the series, though. Just have them all have it end like that, where there's no more Zelda after this is the last reincarnation. If they want to make a sequel, it's gonna be their kids or something, right? Like Link's and Zelda's child or something. I don't know. It's gonna be but I don't know why they even do that, because if the seal is broken, then there's no need, because Ganondorf will never exist anymore, because that's it. But another thing I want to kind of point out is that I feel like this timeline, just a little side theory, this timeline has been going on for quite some time, and I feel like the reason they're in this for like thousands of years already, where it's like the same Ganondorf and same Link over and over again, is because if you look at the trailers, Ganondorf is not dead. He's not dead, right? What he is, he's sealed away. He's not dead, so they're keeping him alive, so that basically the loop doesn't happen. So eventually, what's going on? I guess he broke out, and now he's pissed off. If it is Ganon and they bring him up to the sky because he's pissed off, like in the trailer, he's saying like,
"Rise, rise, my servants. Sweep over Hyrule. Eliminate this kingdom and her allies. Leave no survivors."
So he's not fucking around in this trailer. He's like, he wants blood. He wants to kill everyone. He doesn't want to just take over Hyrule. He wants to kill everyone. So, you know, either that, but I truly do think it's Demise, because it's just the parallels make so much sense. The island's going up in the sky, the Master Sword breaking that could potentially release him. And it looks like you're going to go around and like repair the Master Sword like you did in not completely similar to Skyward Sword, because you're like upgrading it, but like it could be a similar method where you have to get flames, and like as you can see, there's like some type of glowy thing that could be a flame. So I don't know. That's how I think it'll end. I think that the game will end with the curse of the Legend of Zelda being broken, and Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom being the last game in the franchise. Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed this little theory. I really wanted to make a video on the game because, like, listen, besides being a Sonic fan, I'm also a Zelda fan. I played a bunch of the games. My favorite personally is Twilight Princess. I know some people have mixed opinions on it, but I think it's one of the best. I feel like the story's really good. I feel like that's my favorite interpretation of Ganondorf is so badass in that game. Well, yeah, he is a badass in the game. I feel like those are my favorite incarnations of those characters. And Midna's cool. Wolf Link is I guess. The music's really good. I like a bunch of, so you know, if y'all disagree with me or agree with me, head to the comments, tell me why you agree or disagree. Like if you like it, subscribe if you really like it, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Take care and peace.